surface area of this half cylinder rounding to two decimal places, but I will also be providing it as exact as well. So we're going to have a crack at this one. You will need your calculator ready to go. Off we go. We need to find the surface area of this cylinder. So let's start off with what we know about our rule. The total surface area is equal to 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Now we know that this comes from the top and bottom circle of the cylinder, and this is from the curved surface of the cylinder. Okay, so we're asked to find out the surface area of the shape. So let's identify the shapes. Well, the first shape I notice is this one here. And actually I'll clean that up and I'll put this here. The front and the back are semicircles, so I'm going to identify that with 1. The next shape I see is this curved surface here, 2. And the bottom is going to be 3. So to find out the total surface area of this shape, we can't simply just use our formula from before blindly. We need to actually identify these shapes that we've seen. So we've got 2 lots of 1 plus we've got shape 2 plus we have shape 3. So let's figure out what shape 1 is. Well, it's a semicircle, isn't it? Now, one semicircle plus another semicircle will equal pi r squared. But for the sake of this, let's just pretend we don't know that it's going to be doubled and treat this as a semicircle. Semicircle is pi r squared and half of that answer. So half times pi r squared. So we need to work out the radius. Now, we're given here the diameter. So therefore, the radius would be 2 centimeters. So pi r squared times 2. There we go. Half times pi times 2 squared. Let's make that 4 times a half, which is 2 pi. So now we've found the area of one semicircle. Let's work out the next one, 2. Now this bit is a little bit trickier because we know that it's a curved surface. So let's think of this. It's a half cylinder. Therefore, this is half the circumference of the full circle. Therefore, the area of this curved surface would be half the area of a full cylinder. Now, we know from our rule that the area of a full curved surface of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. Therefore, we know that this area is going to be half of that. Half times 2 pi r h. What would this be? Well, we know that the radius is 2 and that the height we can see is 8. Where do we get the 8 from? There. As we can see, it's on its side again. So I'm just going to get rid of that green now, and we're going to put in our answer. 2 times 2 is 4. Half that is 2 times 8 is 16 pi. Do you notice how I'm keeping all of my units with pi's in it? I like to do that. Keeping it as an exact answer means that you get a more accurate answer at the end. So we've got one more shape left, which is shape 3. Now shape 3 is simply a rectangle, so it's going to be length times width, and we need to find the length and width. So it's 8 times 4, which is 32, and the units are centimeters squared. So what's going to be the total surface area? Well, let's chuck it in. 2 lots of 1 plus 2 plus 3, 4 pi plus 16 pi plus 32. So the exact answer is 20 pi plus 32 centimeters squared. That's exact. Or, if we want to find it as to 2 decimal places, 20 pi plus 32. Press enter, and we've got 94.83 centimeters squared. So there we go. That's how we find the surface area of a slightly more complicated shape, in this case a half cylinder. Do you see how we're doing the same thing as we did when finding the total surface area of solids? We're looking for those separate shapes and trying to find where they double up or triple up and where they don't. So we're going to go on to a your turn now. Here it is. I want you to have a shot at this one. Let's see if that you've understood the main concepts here. Please practice doing this both with exact and also to 2 decimal places. So, pause the video, and when you're ready to play again, press play. Okay, so the answer for this question here, the your turn, will start now. So, what we have is a cylinder. Let's identify the shapes. Top and bottom are the same semicircle. We've got the curved surface as being equation 2 and the back being equation 3. So we know that the total surface area of this shape is going to be 2 lots of equation 1 plus equation 2 plus equation 3. Now for the sake of this, I'm just going to say, hey, this plus this will make a full circle. So let's just say that that's going to be pi r squared, and we need to find what that is. Okay, so what's our radius? Well, you may have noticed that they've given you the diameter, so therefore the radius is going to be 3 meters. So pi times 3 squared, our exact answer, the 2 semicircles together make 9 pi meters squared. Let's go on to equation 2. Equation 2 is a curved surface and it's a half cylinder again, so the surface area is going to be half of the curved surface area from our rule. We remember that that's 2 pi r h. That's the curved surface. So let's halve that. Whack in what we know. H is 10. And then we go, well, half, that's 330 pi meters squared. The last step is we want to find the back. Now the back is a rectangle. The length of this is 10 and the width is 6, so that makes 60. Now we can work out the total surface area. The total surface area is 9 pi plus shape 2, which is 30 pi, plus 60. So now we have 39 pi plus 60 meters squared. Now that there is exact. If we put this in the calculator, we can also find this answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, we get 182.52 meters squared, and that's 2 dp. So there we go. We've found the total surface area of this half cylinder for the your term. Hopefully it went well there.